Hi guys, welcome to Vanessa Reacts, and today we're going to be reacting to one of the trend that's going viral right now on TikTok. It's this story about an orange Muppet like guy, and people are telling like stories over them, and it's kind of like picture swipe. But we're going to be reacting to the stories that people have, and when I tell you, there are some of the like unhinged, most craziest stories ever. Like literally, what the heck? So we're going to read through them, and I've seen like a lot of them has gone like super viral, but let's take a look at them, starting with the olive oil Saran Wrap story. Here goes. That one night when I was in high school, when I decided to try an olive oil mask for my hair, since someone laughed at me and said my hair looked like hay. After I soaked my hair in oil, I Saran wrapped my head. I went down to the garage to get a drink out of my garage fridge. I put way too much olive oil. It dripped everywhere. The path became an oil slick. Suddenly, one of our cats jumped out, frightened me, and I went flying on the oil. I slammed into the door and passed out. I woke up in complete darkness. The lights were on the timer. I panicked. I didn't know where I was. My phone was dead. I tried to stand. My legs were completely asleep, and I was covered in oil. Okay. I tried to run to the door. I slammed into many things, knocking them over, making tons of noise, screaming. Okay. I finally got to the house door. I opened it and set off the house alarm. My family had gone to bed and set it. I tried to type in the right code. I didn't because I was so confused. I make my way as fast as I can to my room. As soon as I get upstairs, the full burglar alarm starts blasting. I had never heard it before. My dad jumps out in front of me, only in his underwear, wielding a titanium baseball bat. We both screamed. Okay, I think first of all, seeing my dad in complete underwear will send me into a coma. But then he pissed. He turns off the alarm. I go to my room, lay down a towel, lay down my saran wrapped head for slumber. Who says slumber? 15 minutes later, I hear noises coming from the door below my bedroom. I look out the window, 3 men in all black with flashlights trying to pick the lock. I have to wake up dad again. We're being robbed. Turns out it was the police checking out the alarm trigger. They were already in the neighborhood due to a water line break. My dad is pissed. By this time, I have to be up in an hour, okay? I don't sleep. I listen to the winter storm outs. She's hella poetic. Oh my god. My head soaks in oil. When it's time to wake up, I run to the bathroom to rinse the oil out of my hair. Because of the water line break, there is no water. No! I go to school with a saran wrapped head. Chat, what? I don't know how to react to that. Like, the story is quite like discombobulatingly, like it's making me flabbergasted. Like I got hot a little bit, like my pits got like warm. Wow, like going to school, that's so embarrassing. Number one, going to school with like saran wrapped head, but then like seeing your dad in the underwear, the 3 men outside, the police, the water line break, like that storyline honestly is impeccable. That could have been written by like Shakespeare. Like that was so good, honestly. Like, oh my god. Next, one day after dating a guy I really liked for 3 weeks, I saw a wedding dress on sale for $100. I bought it because I'm insane, and also because I thought, well, hell, if it works out, this will be such a cute story, and if it doesn't, I'll never tell anyone. Here you are telling TikTok and it has 3 million likes, bro. The next week, he invited me to his brother's wedding across the country. Great sign. We're on the same level of Delulu, Miss Girl. The next week at dinner, he said, I told my mom about the dress. And I said, what? He said, the dress online you bought. I said, how do you know about that? He said, you told me. I stared in shock. I didn't tell you about that, I whispered. He just smiled and said, don't worry, I think it's cute. I'm still confused at how he knows. Did I tell him? Then phone hit my head? I don't remember. So I say, you don't think I'm insane? And he says, why would I think that? To which I reply, because buying a wedding dress after dating someone for 3 weeks is a little nuts. His smile faded. Why? You bought a wedding dress? You see, I had forgotten something. I had forgotten I had bought a dress for his brother's wedding online, a dress with sparrows on it, which I told him about, which is what he told his mom because she loves sparrows and thought that was a cute coincidence. Baby, Miss Girl, I froze. I would've froze too, looking for the nearest sharp object to impale myself on and end my humiliation. He said with a great bellow of laughter, "Oh my god, this is so embarrassing for you." Duh. And then he leaned back, arm over the back of the booth, and flashed me a wicked half green. A wicked half green? Oh, please. I don't think I've ever been more flattered. And now we're married. With a picture to prove it. That's insane. Wow, that is quite the love story. I don't know how I would react to that. You bought a wedding dress, okay, and then you met him 3 weeks ago, which is quite insane. Like, babe, stand up, but then sit down because you literally got married to him. Like, this is hard. This is hard to take in. Like, what do you mean? Like, what? This is how I need to meet the love of my life. I literally am always in my room 24/7. I never go outside. So this kind of story is well befitting and inspires me to sit in my bed a lot more. Thanks. Okay, next story. These are hilarious. When someone came up to me on the subway and asked if I liked the book I was reading, and I told them no, it's the most self-indulgent, overwritten drivel I've read in a while. The main character is so unlikable. I keep praying for a meteor to fall on her or something just so the book can end. Whoa, that is sinister. That is so sinister and crazy. When the person asking, I just gasped. And the person asking was in fact the author and had based the character on herself. Now this is kind of where you do the disappearing act. You literally just boom shakalaka disappear. So she was reading a book on a subway, and literally the author, she didn't know what was the author. The author came up to her, asked her like, hey, like, you feeling the book you're reading, girl? And then she was like, no, I really hope she dies. Turns out the whole book is about the author that came up to her to ask a question. Yeah, baby, I would've boom shakalaka. I would have disappeared because that's crazy. Okay, next. When I was 18, I decided to get a helix piercing. I don't know what that is. What is a helix piercing, chat? What is a helix piercing? Minor difficulties. I need to know what a helix piercing is. Oh, okay. Got it now. So when she was 18, she decided to get a helix piercing, hid it from her parents successfully for 3 days. On the third day, I was eating dinner with my family and turned to look at the TV. All of a sudden, I heard, is that a piercing from my dad? Yeah, no, my daddy he would not let that slide. He literally is like, my dad is like strict, like no tattoos, no earrings, no nothing, like no nail painting even. A helix piercing, yeah, I would have been 6 feet under. Before I could react, he stood up and smashed a plate on the ground. You know the image that just came in my head? You know those Greek weddings where they just smash the plates and they're like, arriba, or something like that? Okay, sorry. I apologize. While yelling at me that he was going to rip it out of my ear, my mom silently got up and walked into the kitchen. I braced myself in preparation of getting hit, okay? All of a sudden, there was a liquid on my face. I opened my eyes. What? My mom had stabbed my dad in the shoulder. What? In a true I don't know what to do fashion, I made a TikTok about the situation. It went viral. An hour later, my dad called my mom from the ER and said he was going to make up a story about how they were joking around while doing the dishes and it was an accident. Chat, what? What is going on? In a true deadpan voice, my mom said, no, tell them the truth. I can handle jail. Long story short, I am fine. My dad is okay too. And a big chunk of TikTok still thinks my mom is bad ASS for defending me like that. Truly stood on business. should I call someone? Like, this one got 3.9 million likes, babe. You went viral twice. Okay, so basically she got a helix piercing. Her parents are no helix piercing, but she got it either way and tried to hide it successfully for 3 days. But then they were watching TV. She turned around. Her dad's like, hey, yo, what's that? And she's like, and then her dad smashes a plate like Greek fashion style. Arriba. I don't know if that's the word, but her dad smashes a plate. And then her mom goes in the kitchen, grabs a knife, and stabs her dad. Her dad goes to the hospital and then doesn't tell anyone why or how he got stabbed. I'm losing brain cells right now. And then she made a video about it. She goes viral about the video, but then she now makes this video and goes triple viral. Hey, the only good thing from this story is you went viral twice. The rest, I think we should call someone. Okay, next. One time, I really didn't want to go to school. Here we go. So I told my mom I was hurting really bad so she would let me stay home. She asks my symptoms and I make something up on the spot. She proceeds to tell me to get in the car and that we're going to the hospital because she's 100% sure appendix burst. Baby, that's not no joke. Knowing I lied, I was freaking out in the car and was scared I was gonna get in trouble for lying. Ding dong, is the light off in the taxi? This is literally, oh my goodness. After getting tests done in the hospital, pause, she literally, okay, I decided to tell my mom I lied about not feeling good. She was so upset at me that she said, you better hope something's wrong with you? What? The doctor comes in and tells my mom, you might want to sit down. He tells my mom that I have a tumor. Says it has a teeth, hair, and eyeballs. This girl is pregnant. Wait, so it's a teratoma. But what is a teratoma? I don't know what that is. Brief intermission. What is a teratoma? I'm scared. I'm terrified. I don't want to. A rare congenital tumor made up of different types of tissues such as the hair, bone, muscle, or teeth. I don't want to click images. I don't want to click images. Okay, this is our last one for real. When he turns up the light, smacks my butt and says, darn, that fat $8 $. But it's actually my stomach. Baby, I felt that pain in my heart. When I was a kid, I had a secret addiction that nobody knew about. It all started at the local grocery store. My mom would grab a coffee at the coffee bar once in a while on our way to school, and I developed an obsession with the half and half pods sitting in a basket on the counter. I loved everything about them. Peeling the tiny top open, holding the plastic rim in between my teeth, throwing my head back in jail and chugging it down like a shot. In winter, we went to visit my cousin in Seattle for the first time. One morning, when the rain subsided, y'all are so poetic with this, my brothers and cousins decided we switch it up and play tag outside. I hated this idea. We heard a scream, then saw blood everywhere. Our parents came running out of the house to help. My brother has broken his nose. Oh, right away I knew this was my opportunity. Everyone was occupied with helping my brother, and I could finally go down to the basement and get my fix. I took out the carton and began chugging it. Only just then, the door from outside swung open. Much to my dismay, they kept their first aid kit in the basement. Everyone stood there and watched in horror as I chugged the half and half from the carton, as my brother lay there bleeding profusely. I never heard the end of it. Any man I bring home to meet my family will always have to ask me why everyone hides the half and half when I come over. Going into the basement to get a fix of half and half is quite rambunctious and crazy. Can you imagine your brother breaks his nose and bro's like, oh please, now's my chance. Let me go get my fix of half and half. I've been needing it after a long day. What? She said let me go get a fix in the basement. Like she was probably like, now's my chance. Let me go get a fix. Girl, bye. Okay, that is the end of this video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video, and this is the first video on my channel, which has me super excited, and I can't wait to post more. Yay! If you're an OG, I want you to leave down a orange heart emoji in the comments. I want to be able to come back and look at all my OGs when I have 2 million subscribers later on in life. Comment down below any suggestions or any videos you want me to react to, and I'll love to react to them. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys. Mwah!